Good afternoon and welcome to the June 8th, 2023 hearing of the Seminole County, Florida Special Magistrate. Before we begin, I would like to advise everyone about the procedures that govern appearances before me. This meeting is open to the public under Florida's Government in the Sunshine Law. Therefore, every effort will be made to hear all persons having relevant evidence or argument to offer. The ethics law of the state of Florida requires that the county keep track of every person who appears before an official hearing officer of the county, whether in an effort to influence the decision-making or to encourage the passage, defeat, or modification of any proposal or recommendation. In order to implement state law, it is required that every person who appears before me be registered with the clerk to my left. Is there anyone here that hasn't signed in? Okay, great. Once all cases where the respondents are present have been heard, I will return to hear the remaining cases as they appear on the agenda. When your case is called, please be seated at the table reserved for the respondents over here. In that the county has the burden of proving a violation exists, the county will present their case, and then the respondent will be allowed to present their case. Additionally, please limit your comments to only information relating to the case. Each party may question witnesses offered on behalf of the other party. Additionally, staff members may question those appearing before me. I will then make my decision based upon the evidence and testimony presented by both parties. All proceedings before me are electronically recorded. Please speak directly into the microphone at the center of the table and state your name clearly before presenting your case. Should you need assistance due to a hearing impairment or a language barrier, please inform the clerk upon registration. To avoid interference with cases being presented to me, all cell phones and other electronic devices are to be turned off or silenced while inside the chambers. Thank you for your cooperation. At this point, I'll ask the clerk to swear anybody in that will be testifying, please.
If you're going to be testifying for a hearing, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
We're just going to pause for one moment to allow a sign-in.
Mr. Hillary?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, the first case will be 2282 CESM, respondents Mutlu and Muth. Good afternoon.
He's my son. My language not very well. He's
That's,
talking me. So,
that's perfectly fine, thank you.
Thanks so much.
What's your name, sir, just for the record?
My name is Yavuz Mutlu.
Okay, perfect. And yours?
Yunus Mutlu.
Thank you. Okay.
For the record, name is Vicki Hathaway, building inspector with Seminole County Building. This is in regards to case number 2282 CESM for 812 Richby Drive, Altamont Springs, Florida 32714. The violation charge is enclosing a carport. It's in violation of Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1, construction without the required permits. This case was originally heard by the Special Magistrate on August 11th of 2022. An order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of December 8th, 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after reinspection on December 9th of 2022. Recommendation that the Special Magistrate issue an order constituting a lien in the amount of $9,100 for 182 days of noncompliance from December 9th of 2022 through and including to June 8th of 2023, $50 per day, and the fine shall continue to accrue at $50 per day for each day that the violation continues or is repeated after June 8th, 2023. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you. And when was the last inspection of the property?
We can show you the slide where I posted the property several times.
Yeah, okay. I'm just wanting to confirm it's still not in compliance.
5/23/23.
Thanks. Okay. Sir, did you wish to respond?
Okay. Cevap vermek istiyor musun? Yes.
It's okay if your son wants to speak, either way.
Oh, okay.
Ne dedi?
İkimizin de konuşabiliriz.
Ha, okey. Ben açıklayayım sana. Ben bu evi 1,5 sene öncesinden aldım. İlk aldığımda da bu sorumluluğun bana ait olduğunu bilmiyordum.
I bought this house 1.5 years ago, and at first when I bought it, I didn't know this was my responsibility to take care of, since he wasn't the one who did it.
Daha sonra buraya mahkemeye çıktığımda bunun böyle olduğunu öğrendim.
After he came up here, he learned that it was his responsibility to take care of it.
Evi alırken de çok borçlu aldığım için bana bir süre verilmişti. O süre zarfında yetiştiremedim ancak borçlarımı ödeyebildim.
When he bought the house, he bought it with debt. So when you guys gave him a hearing, like the period of time, he couldn't pay for it because he was trying to pay off the debt first.
Mayıs itibariyle, Haziran 15 itibariyle borçlarımı bitiriyorum. Bitiriyorum. Odayı da kullanmadım. Sadece 2 kedimin şeyi ve çocuğumun oyuncakları için kullandım. Sizden isteğim şu, bana süre vermeniz, cezamın bitirilmesi ve ben yıkmak istiyorum. Çünkü o yaptırmak için çok para gerekti.
He's saying after June 15, this month of 15th, he's going to finish his debt, and then he's saying he never used the room before. It's only used for 2 cats that we have. They're little box and like food, and we have a younger kid in the house and her toys. That's it. And he's saying that when in the time you guys gave us like the time, we called somebody over to fix it. They gave the amount of, I believe, about $20,000 to fix the room. So that's
17,000.
17,000 to fix the room. So that's why he couldn't do it. So what he's asking is to lower the amount that we're gonna pay, and we're gonna demolish the room.
Okay. And to demolish it, you need a permit as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Şunu da yap. Yıkmak için evde herhangi bir elektrik şeyi yok. Sadece tahtalarla örmüşler, cam koymuşlar. Ben kendim yapmak istiyorum çünkü yıktırmak için param yok.
He's saying there is no electric wires or anything added to the room. The only thing is it's just cardboard and like wood. So he's saying, is it possible for us to do it because he doesn't have any money?
I would like to see if the county wants to respond to that. I don't know.
We haven't been able to get inside to verify whether there's electrical or not. I know there's been conversations that have gone back and forth with the previous inspector who had the case. They did verify there was a wall unit that was plugged in, so there's obvious electric somewhere. Anytime you're removing from a structure, it is required that you have a demolition permit to be done, since it is attached to the home itself. So they would need a demolition permit for that.
Agreed. Here's my question. Can you work with the county, and then if I continue this case for 30 days and then make the decision based on whether you submit the demolition permit and pay the permit fees and everything you have to do, then at the next hearing, we can decide whether to impose the lien or to waive your fines.
Let me explain it to him.
Yeah.
Baba diyor ki size bir ay süre vereyim diyor. Siz kendiniz yapamazsınız diyor. Permitinizi almanız lazım. Bir ay içinde size zaman vereyim. Permitinizi alın, permit paranızı ödeyin. Ondan sonra size tekrar bir hearing verelim diyor. Buraya geldiğinizde şey yapalım diyor.
And you will have to let the county come in and see it.
Okay. Eve gelecekler baba, bakacaklar. İşte elektrik var mı yok mu,
If y'all want to.
kırılacağız diye.
I assume you need to inspect it.
Kırılmasını, yani biz permit'i başvuracağız county'ye kırılması için. Onlar gelecek, bakacak, biz parasını ödeyeceğiz. Ondan sonra bir ay sonraya hearing verecek, tekrar geleceğiz. Şeyi söyleyecek işte, parayı ne kadar ödeyeceğinizi ya da ödeyecek misiniz, ödemeyecek misiniz, buna tamam mısınız?
Tamam. Ben şimdiye kadar bu odayı kullandım, özür dilerim ama kendi şeyim için kullanmadım. Bilmiyordum, imkanım olmadığı için yaptıramadım yani
Tamam,
şeyini.
tamam.
Onu bir daha söyle.
Tamam, bunu okuyayım ama tabii.
Tamam, okuyuz yani.
He's saying
Cezamın da söyle, devam et.
he's saying he said yes to what you said, and then he just wanted to add what I said before, like he didn't use it for personal reasons, and he's sorry that he couldn't do it. It's just that he didn't have the means to do it.
No, understood. It's, for the county, it's just a matter of getting the permits or removing it, and it sounds like you want to remove it. That requires another permit, so as long as you can get that done in the next 30 days, I don't think demolition permits take very long, like
don't
other
take very
permits.
long, no.
Yeah, so you should be able to do that. So then, I'm going to send you all an order, it's just going to continue the case until July 13th,
Okay.
and then at that time, a decision will be made on the rest, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Gerekirse bir ay daha sürecek diyor bu şey. Ondan sonra belli olacak diyor. Hani siz de maaş izni aldıktan sonra falan filan.
Am I clear?
Tamam bunu iyi
Pat,
iyi
for
şey
you.
yapıyorum.
Okay.
Böyle yapacağız çünkü.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ben cezamı ödeyecek miyim?
Hayır, hayır baba gelecek ay dedim ya.
Gelecek ay. Okay.
Thanks so much.
Oh, thanks
Continue
so
for
much.
30 days. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay, the next case will be 2239 CESM, Respondent Ortega. Come right up, sir. Yes. I am in it.
Don't worry, speak English more better.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, they speak in English more better.
Helping translate?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll speak on his behalf as well.
Okay, so just for the record, sir, what's your name? His name?
Mario Nito.
And he is the property owner?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I understand that you are going to help with translation, and what is your name, sir?
My name's Gulamali Ismail.
Okay, have you been sworn in to tell the truth?
No.
Okay, everybody has to be sworn in. I think you came in a little bit late, so we'll let the clerk swear you in.
Stand up and raise your right hand, please. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay. For the record, name is Vicki Hathaway, Seminole County Building Inspector for Seminole County. Case number 2239 of Mario Ortega and Andrea Estrivo at 405 Tucker Drive, Sanford, Florida, 32773. Violation charge, Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. Construction without the required permits. This case was originally heard by the special magistrate on May 12th of 2022. An order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of July 15th of 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector for reinspection on July 20th of 2022. An affidavit of compliance was filed by the inspector after the permit was obtained on August 22nd of 2022. Recommendation that the special magistrate issue an order reducing the fines of the to the administrative costs totaling $618.54, and order these costs to be paid within 30 days, or the fine will revert to the original amount of $1,850 and constitute a lien on the property. This concludes my presentation.
thank you.
Thank you.
So, sir, just to make sure you understood, so right now, what the county is saying is that they will only charge him for their administrative costs of $618.54, not the full lien amount, which would have been $1,850. Does Mr. Ortega understand that?
Yeah, pero I have a like yo tengo permiso, I have the permit. Yeah, I have the permit and this for this storage.
Okay. But you understand that they're saying there's, they'll go ahead and give you the only charge of administrative fee,
Oh, okay, that's fine.
600 and something dollars.
Okay, okay.
Okay, he understands that.
Because the property is fixed, they're saying it's in compliance. They're just trying to recoup their costs that they spent in having the hearings and so on.
Understood.
Okay,
That's fine.
that's okay.
He agrees to that.
Okay, so ordered. You'll get an order in the mail.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. The next case, and maybe we can call them in order, 2260 and 2261 with the same respondent, Mr. Hillary. So we'll start with 2260. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay, for the record, name is Vicki Hathaway, Seminole County Building. This is in regards to case number 2260 CESM, Emmanuel Hillary, violation charge, installation of an enclosed garage that we have here for the Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1, construction without the required permits. This case was originally heard by the special magistrate on July 14th of 2022. An order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of October 13th, 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after reinspection on October 17th of 2022. Recommendation that the special magistrate issue an order constituting a lien in the amount of $11,900 for 238 days of noncompliance from October 14th of 2022 through and including June 8th of 2023 at $50 per day, and the fine shall continue to accrue at $50 per day for each day the violation continues or is repeated after June 8th of 2023. This concludes my presentation.
Okay, and this is the same property as 2261, right?
They're
different
side by
property.
side.
Okay, got it. So then we'll do them separate. And when was the last day this property was inspected by you?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yes.
So June 7th. Okay, sir, do you wish to respond?
Okay, I've tried to go through the changes back in 1980, I believe it was. I did vacate because I was trying to join the property together in order to inquire a permit. They said the only way they can give me a permit is the properties have to be joined together. And I tried to vacate the alley, and they said there was a difference between an alley and a right-of-way. And so, I got there and I couldn't go no further. Like I said, back in 80, it was supposed to have been vacated because on the first house I got on the corner there, I didn't have enough room to do the addition I did. And so I had to have, I think, like 4 or 5 more feet. So I applied for the alley to be vacated. And back then, it was $50. I paid the money, and then everything was okay. I did what I had to do. They came and they inspected the building and everything, but they never recorded that the alley was vacated. And the only way I could get the building done, I had to have it vacated in order to get the permit to do the building, and I did that. And they gave me the permit for the building. I finished the building. It was inspected, final inspection, and everything, but they didn't record that the alley was vacated.
Okay. Do you have any response at this?
I don't have any permits for this.
Okay.
No, not for that. I'm talking about for in 80 when I had the alley vacated, so I can do the permit on 2380. That's where I was living at that time.
Okay.
So and I did the addition on there, and then I had to have that room in order to do the addition and the separate back there. And so I did that, and it was all approved, but no one never bothered to put down that the alley was vacated.
So after the alley's vacated, though, you still have to get a permit for the structure. Did you work on that?
No, but that's what I'm trying to do now. This is a different thing. We talking about 2380, which is on the corner, which I did an addition for that, pulled the permits and all for that, and that's when I had to have the alley vacated. And I had it vacated then.
Okay.
They gave me the permits to do that, add the addition on 2380. Everything was finalized, but they never recorded that the alley was vacated.
Got it.
And the problem with the next lot over, I moved from there over here, which the alley still was been vacated, and they said if I take the 2 lots and join them together, that they will issue me a permit.
Okay.
And that's the only way I can get it, but I don't know, I got stuck there with it.
Do you mind if we hear the case on the adjoining parcel at the same time now, so I can get that information and talk to you about both?
That'll be fine.
Okay, can you go ahead and read 2261 CESM?
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks.
Okay. For the record, name Vicki Hathaway, Seminole County Building Inspector for Seminole County. Case number 2261 CESM, Emmanuel Hillary. Violation charged is Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1, construction without the required permits. This case was originally heard by the special magistrate on July 14th of 2022. An order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of October 13th of 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after reinspection on October 17th of 2022. Recommendation that the special magistrate issue an order constituting a lien in the amount of $11,900 for 238 days of noncompliance from October 14th of 2022 through and including June 8th of 2023 at $50 per day, and the fine shall continue to accrue at $50 per day for each day the violation continues or is repeated after June 8th of 2023.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, do you have anything to respond on that one? Anything in addition to what you've already told us?
Yeah, on that one, I've been trying it. I did everything I did supposed to do to get the permit. I submitted all the paperwork, and for some reason, the zoning holding it up. The building department's fine, what they got, everybody is fine except zoning. And they saying that the house, which I had the surveyor to come out and verify, the house is sitting about 16 inches on the adjacent lot, which has been there since 1935. The property was originally belonged to Jonathan Randall, which that's who the house was belonged to. He willed it to his daughter, and his daughter sold it to me. And I talked to my attorney about it, so I guess we'll be going to court on that. He said because this is not a matter of zoning, it's a civil matter.
Okay.
And so I got that resolved, the civil part of it resolved. So that's where I'm at on that one.
Excuse me, I think we're
Okay.
on a different lot at this point, but this is the permitting page for the one in regards to the open carport that we have for the RV carport
Okay.
that's there. And there are no current permits for that.
Do you have a photo of that? I know you have it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I have it here,
Show the
but
photo, please.
do you mind putting it up? That way we can just talk to the respondent about it.
Right
So
there.
this is what we are talking about here, Mr. Hillary. So did you apply for any permits for this carport?
No.
No. Okay. Are you going to?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We was talking about that at first, but
This is the one with the zoning issue?
No, that's not the one with the zoning issue. The one on the next lot is the zoning.
Okay.
This one is the alley issue, because I gotta combine the lots in order to get the permit for that.
I see. So,
Here's the garage for the one that was prior.
yep. I think he responded to this one first and then, kind of switched them. That's why I'm glad we're talking about them together, because now we can talk about both. So now, on this picture that we're showing, this is the one that you're talking about now, correct?
Both of those together. And
Okay.
the other one is separate
Okay,
on 2320.
okay. Okay.
This
You
is
have-
on Granby, and the other
Understood.
one on Church Street.
And I remember the hearings from July 2022, so do you have anything else to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, do you have anything else?
No, but like I said, I don't know where I'm at with the alley, because that's the only thing stopping me from getting the permits, because they're not going to issue it until I combine the lots together.
Yeah. Well, I don't know anything about that. You could probably go to the building department and talk to them. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and review the old hearing files that I have, and I'll issue an order by mail after I review everything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We still have another case with him.
Is there a third?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't see that. I see
That was
Annie.
that's the 2020,
Yes, sir.
2320, that we
it not on
already addressed that.
I have two cases with Mr. Hillary, and then a third case with Annie Hillary.
That's the one he's referring
Okay.
to.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to.
Are you speaking on that one as well?
Yes.
Okay. We haven't gotten to that one yet, but it's okay.
That was the
We're gonna
information I gave you for this one.
It's okay. We'll do that one now.
That's where he's confused.
Okay, now, so
Okay.
where's the, oh, because these two is for the two,
Yes, sir.
okay, so we got that. Okay, I thought she was talking about the third, the second one
Did you
was
put
there.
this one up?
Okay.
Okay, we will do this one now. So for the record, we are on 2269 CESM, respondent Annie Hillary. And sir, I understand your name is Emmanuel Hillary.
Yes.
Who is Annie Hillary?
My wife.
That's your wife? Okay,
Yes.
so do you have authorization to speak for her?
I believe so.
For the record. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. For the record, Vicki Hathaway, Seminole County Building Inspector for Seminole County. This is in regards to case number 2269 CESM, Annie R. Hillary at 2320 Church Street, Sanford, Florida, 32771. The violation charge, Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1, construction without the required permits. The case was originally heard by the special magistrate on August 11th of 2022. An order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of November 10th of 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after reinspection on November 16th of 2022. recommendation that the special magistrate issue an order constituting a lien in the amount of $10,500 for 210 days of noncompliance from November 11th of 2022 through and including June 8th of 2022 at $50 per day, and the fine shall continue to accrue at $50 per day for each day the violation continues or is repeated after June 8th of 2023.
Okay.
This concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, so what I'm inclined to do, and I'm going to give you the chance to speak, but I'm going to take all three of these home and review the files and mail the orders in them. However, I want to give everybody their chance to speak on them before I do that. So do you have anything to add on any of these three?
Okay, the one here.
The one here, it's 2269
The one what you got
CS.
showing now.
Okay.
Okay, that's the one I was speaking of, about the house been there ever since 1935.
Okay.
And the whole property was belonging to Jonathan Randall. And after that, they put a little house on the side of that one, and he called himself splitting that house with the one that's showing on the left-hand side. They put that one on the side of it, and so he called himself splitting it up, so he gave her that lot to, when they built, like I said, back then, there wasn't no zoning, so they just built her house there, and he gave her that part for her house. And this house was already there, sitting a foot and a half on the adjacent lot. So that's how that, and so zoned building, don't have no problem with it. Owner person have a problem with the zoning. And I spoke to my attorney about it, and he said that, we'll take it to court because that's a civil matter. It's not a matter of building. I mean, it's got nothing to do with the building permit.
Well, you need a permit for any structure you build.
I understand that. I had a permit for it. but
Building has approved his permits, but zoning has not
Zoning is
approved.
one got to hell up. Building done,
Issues with
everybody
this
done what they're supposed to do
case.
except the zoning.
Okay.
They the one got to hell up. I'm ready to go, I done put in for the permit, zoning good with it, everybody good with it except, the building good with it, everybody good with it except zoning.
He's got several deceased people, I think, on the other property that he's got to get signatures for from all of them, so that's going to take probably time to
And
get that handled.
That's only for this case, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
So on this case only, do you want to give him a time extension to get those signatures since he's working on it?
I can't visit the dead.
He's
There's
going to
probate
need,
and ways to do things.
he's going
that
to
your
need to
attorney-
have some type of time because, yes, he's got to go through something in order to get these signatures from these
Right.
deceased people.
So what I'm asking the county is, are you asking me to impose a lien or give him time on 2269 CES?
I'm going to have the building official answer that question.
Hi, Megan Zanorski. I'm the project coordinator in the Planning and Zoning Department. We've actually referred this case all the way up to the county attorney's office, who's made the determination about the encroachment issue. There is a determination in the permit file that I'd be happy to get to Pat to send over to you for your review as well, as far as the encroachment issue. There's been some issues along the way about that the work was started without permits, which is kind of why there are some of the issues that there are with this. But I'm happy to get that over to Pat for your review while you do what you need to do. But that's part of the issue as to why zoning has not done the approval. And the other issue with the probate is that Mr. Hillary's wife owns 1/12 essentially.
No, that's not true. I had her part done. Okay, it's not in Lularound. If you look at the record, it's not in Lularound heirs now. It's in the 6 people who it belonged to her, and one of them was my niece's father, which is Jonathan Randall, which she held his part, and the other part. So it's not 1/12, it's 1/6.
Let me ask you this. In your opinion, would additional time help resolve it, or is there, based on the county attorney's opinion that I haven't seen, is it not going to happen that he's able to resolve the
I
zoning?
don't know how quickly it would be able to be resolved if you're looking for a 30 or 60-day turnaround, I don't know that it's something that would be able to be resolved in a 30 or 60-day timeframe, given the realm of probate and how long that takes. I don't know is the answer. So if you need further information, that's why I would
Okay.
like to get you that information to Pat for your review.
Yeah. My
Because you
only
may
issue,
need-
and I appreciate that, and
You
let's
may
do
need to
that.
speak to the county attorney
Yeah.
to get a determination on that.
But my issue is then he's not going to have an if I take in new evidence that isn't here at the hearing today, he won't have an opportunity to respond, and that's not fair. So I do want to
Well,
see
he's
it.
been provided that documentation in the permit file. It-
Okay.
It was uploaded to the permit file for his review.
Are you aware of that, sir?
I've spoke to the county attorney myself, and the county attorney seemed that it's a civil matter also.
Okay.
As
I would
far as
like
the
to see it.
encroachment issue, he is correct, it is a civil matter between the owners of the property as to whether or not they're going to allow the encroachment.
Okay. All right, I appreciate it, thank you. But this is why we shouldn't construct additions before getting permits.
Well, no, it's not an addition. The house is in the same footprint. It's just,
Okay, yes, sir.
It's Bob Pike, building official. I'm the one that actually posted a stop work order on the job. It's a total rebuild from the inside out. It actually had power on the building, so I had to have it removed. So it was unsafe. The issue is the property, when this house was built, there were zoning issues, or there was no zoning department. So the house extends over the property line by a foot or two. Therefore, it's a civil issue that needs to get cleared up because of the number of heirs involved with that adjacent piece of property. So I don't know how that's going to be resolved in a timely manner because it'll probably have to end up in probate. So it can take years. So we can't give you a definitive answer on that.
Okay. I guess I just want to hear the county's position then on what they want me to order. You all want the lien in place, or do you want to resolve the issues?
Well, we want the issue resolved, but we don't want this to linger for a year or 2 or 3 years.
Understood. Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, could I say something?
Yes.
Bob, okay, what it is, the way I figured, each one of the heirs, they got 1/6 of the property,
Right.
of the total lot. And that give, and it's 4 on Jonathan's own, so that give them 2.66666 feet apiece, which I got that already from Versa. She signed her part over to me, so that give me 2.6666 feet to me. So therefore, I'm clearly off of that part of the property now.
The problem with that is zoning's not approving it, so apparently all the heirs haven't signed off. There must be 1 or 2 that are
It's only
disagreeing
take
with it.
one. What I'm saying, because Versa owned 2.66, says 2.5 feet of the property.
Right.
So I'm 16 inches over. If you go by there now, you'll see the surveyor marks there. I'm about 16 inches over, so I'm getting 2.5 feet of hers, which she already assigned that over to me. So that should solve that part there.
Zoning like to comment on that?
That's a legal determination. We can't, it would have to go up, whether or not legal would approve one error. I think legal, my understanding is,
Sure.
I'm sorry. My understanding is that legal wants at least 50% of the ownership or more to agree to the encroachment. I don't think it's a matter of 1 or 2 people and a matter of feet. I think it's a matter of a percentage of approval granting the encroachment.
Okay, thanks.
But what she's saying is, I'm gonna have basically 50% of it, because what it is 6 heirs, okay? They all got a portion of it. But on Jonathan's part, it's only 3. He only have 3 heirs. So it's not in Lula's name, it's in Jonathan's name, Elizabeth's name, Willie's name, and all of them. So they all got 1/6 apiece. So I'm getting Versa 2 feet of her 1/6. So therefore, I'm clearly not connected with the other parties, already divided into 6 parts.
When did the remodel actually happen?
This happened last
Okay.
summer. And, yeah, it's done, you see there what it would look like prior.
Right,
And then the new picture showing what it looks like today.
right.
And it's totally redone from the inside, the gutted, framed The windows are now smaller.
Yeah.
It's a total redo on the inside, and a new exterior wall covering, doors, windows, the whole 9 yards. So it's a level 3 alteration. It has to be brought to current code. So my question is, if he already had that, how come is that not taken care of as of today?
It's on zoning, that all set in place.
Well, I think zoning said it's a legal issue, so I don't know why that still isn't resolved. So
Okay.
we need this resolved.
Okay. Now, a question for Ms. Hathaway. If I'm going to review the file. If I imposed a lien and then this got resolved, is there a process for a lien reduction at the county where a lien reduction can be requested of the Board of County Commissioners?
There is.
Okay. So I'll review it. If I decide to impose a lien, you'll still have a process, but you'll have to be in compliance first. And I don't know that that's what I'm going to do, but just for your information. Do you have anything else on the Annie Hillary case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Going back to the other two, do you want to go back to them, or do you feel like you've had your opportunity and you weren't confused about which one we were speaking?
Right, I understand now. When she said it was two, I thought she was saying these, that was that one and the
Okay.
other ones back there.
Okay.
So
you're good?
I'm good with that now.
Okay. So I will review the files and mail you the orders, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other respondents present?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so then we will go back and start at the beginning and go to case 2349 CESM, respondent Mr. Jason Turner.
Okay. All right, for the record, name is Vicki Hathaway, Seminole County Building. In regards to case number 2349 CESM Jason Turner at 5635 North Road, Sanford. This is in regards to violation charge, Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. Description of the violation: installation of a deck, roof over entryway, new windows without the required permits. This shows the initial inspection screen. When we went out there initially, the notice to the respondent when it went out, the compliance dates that was given, and extension, the follow-up inspections via the inspections via computer, and also drive-bys, and the results of the inspections. The violation still remains on the property. This shows that the property appraiser shows that Jason Turner is the property owner. This is the posting that was last posted on 5/23 of '23. This shows the deck that's being built and the new roof over that's continuing. And another one that was done on February 27th of '23. And again, on the new windows that went in also as well in the stop work order. And the continuation of the building that's taking place. This was on March of 27 of '23. And again on March 27th of '23. And again, we've got the continuation of the windows and the deck. And this was on 4/24 of '23. And then the final letter notice of violation that was posted on 5/15 of '23. And then on 6/7 of '23, the deck, the roof over entryway, and the new windows that was taken. And to show no permits currently in the permit screen. This is the Seminole County Chapter 40 Appendix A regarding the permitting process that he's in violation of. The recommendation based on the testimony and evidence presented in the case number 2349 CESM is determined that the respondent is the record owner of the property located at 5635 North Road, Sanford, in Seminole County, as determined by the property appraiser's records, in possession or control of the property, and in violation of Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. Further recommends that the special magistrate order the respondent to correct the violations on or before August 11, 2023. In order to correct the violations, the respondent shall obtain the required permits for the cited violation. If the respondent does not comply with the order, a fine of $50 will be imposed for each day the violation continues or is repeated after compliance. The respondent must contact the inspector to verify compliance. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you. So ordered.
Thank you.
The next case is 2241 CESM, respondent Shriatek.
2241. Okay, for the record, name is Vicki Hathaway, Seminole County Building. This is in regards to 2241 CESM, Sharia Tech, Inc., for 310 Barron Cove, Altamont Springs, 32701. Violation, this is in Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1, construction without the required permits. The case was originally heard by the Special Magistrate on May 12th of 2022. An order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of December 8th of 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after reinspection on December 9th of 2022. Recommendation that the special magistrate issue an order constituting a lien in the amount of $9,100 for 182 days of noncompliance from December 9th of 2022 through and including June 8th of 23 of $50 per day, and the fine shall continue to accrue at $50 per day for each day the violation continues or is repeated after June 8th, 2023. This concludes my presentation.
Okay, and when was the last time it was inspected?
6/7/23.
Okay, so ordered. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then the next case we have is 2265 CESM, Respondent Denzek. He's not here, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So for the record, name is Vicki Hathaway, Seminole County Building Inspector. This is in regards to case number 2265 CESM, Michael Denzek, violation Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1, construction without the required permits. This case was originally heard by the Special Magistrate on July 14th of 2022. An order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of September 12th of 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after reinspection on September 13th of 2022. An affidavit of compliance was filed by the inspector after the permit was obtained on January 3rd, 2023. On May 11th of 2023, an order was issued continuing this case to June 8th of 2023. Recommendation based on the findings and facts issued on July 14th of 2022, the special magistrate issued an order reducing the fines to the administrative cost of $691.81 and require these costs to be paid within 30 days or the fine will revert to the original amount of $5,600 and will constitute a lien on the property. This concludes my presentation.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that was the last case, correct?
That is the last one, correct?
Okay, and Madam Clerk, I don't have any minutes to approve, right? So all we need to do is confirm the next hearing date, which is July 13th, 2023, and we are adjourned.